It's really about shifting the conversation of how we look at this asset class, right? Like when you said magic number, that's when I was like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot that this is what we're doing." Right? Like we are planning for a different type of retirement because we've seen the magic number before used to be like how much you have saved up over time that you then start to like take out of, right? And that is in this like bucket that is extremely volatile, and you're supposed to kind of like hedge growth versus like cash flow over time so that once it becomes volatile, now you have the cash flow thing locked in, but something goes wrong and you just got to make this like withdrawal on it and it's really hard to recapitalize. While what we're saying is instead of the ING commercial where it's like, what's your number? And it's some like cash number that you're supposed to live off for the rest of your life, when we all know we're living longer. We all know that healthcare expenses are going up. We don't know what's going to happen with like inflation and taxes in the future as like income gets stratified and all these different things that are happening in the world. Is that the magic number shouldn't be a dollar figure. It should be a magic number of properties that you have. And if you can get to a magic number of properties, then you have better options. I like to call it not being the most vulnerable at your most vulnerable. Meaning something goes wrong when you reach the ING magic number and you just got to like withdraw from it. You can't take risks from it. It becomes this like limiting thing. Something different happens for you. Something goes wrong when it comes to rental properties. When you have a magic number of properties that are paid off and cash flowing at a certain number, you have these options like cash out refinancing, 1031ing. You can sell if you want, right? Like there's all these different things that you don't have to pay taxes on, or you can like shift things around without taking these big penalties that allows you a better quality of life once you get to that point.
Absolutely. I think going one step farther down this path that you and I are kind of going down, the old way of thinking about what we needed to retire clearly is not working. It's not working for Americans. At the end of the day, the most time-tested, proven way to make sure that you're going to have what you need in retirement or as you age or as we're paying for healthcare costs is money in the bank. Money in the bank is net rental income. And so the shift really is it's not about a certain number of net worth that you need in order to retire. It's how much net rental income do you have, or how much net income do you have, rental income being one of those sources. And when you get there at retirement, it better be more than what you're spending. Right? And rental properties, because it's so consistent and because these numbers have been substantiated over decades, it is so easy to understand what is the magic number of rental properties for you. It's dependent on what is your net income number at a certain period of time. But it's really hard to do that in other asset classes because they're completely variable. You don't know if it's going to be there one day versus the next. And, the typical approach is take risks while you're young and then get really conservative while you're old. Well, in rental properties, you can be risk mitigated while you're young, hold on, and those things just produce wonderful net income solutions for you when you need it when you're old.